There's something I've been thinking about a lot lately: how to make space for all the things I love without letting one take over everything else. Over the past couple of years, gardening has kind of become the main character in my free time. And don't get me wrong, I love it here. But somewhere along the way, my other creative hobbies started to feel sidelined. The sewing projects, the baking days, the little crafty moments, all competing for whatever time was left. So this year, I'm trying something different. I'm calling it the pursuit of hobby harmony. Instead of squeezing gardening into every open moment during the week, I'm saving those bigger projects for the weekend, making space to enjoy everything, not just manage it. Because I don't want to choose between the things I love. I want a rhythm where they can all exist. So I'm recording in the garage because it is a beautiful spring day outside, and people are outside with their kids and they're riding four wheelers up and down the street. And so if I try to talk from the front, it's going to be a little bit noisy. But this morning, my niece and I went by our local nursery to pick up some seedlings. We needed some herbs and some vegetable seedlings for the seeds that did not germinate when we did our winter sowing start. While we were there, we did a little bit of walking around, of course, to see if there was anything in addition that we needed to pick up. And I did realize that we actually needed to pick up some flower seedlings for the front porch planter. The planter that I have at the front porch actually just got moved there a couple of weeks ago. It was in the back out in the elements, and the wind constantly would knock it over. And so I said it would do better on the front porch. So, because of the current placement, that area is partially shaded throughout the day. Around the afternoon, it gets full sunlight. And so I knew that I was going to need a plant that could handle partial shade. And I did not have any seeds in my seed collection that fit the bill. What we ended up going with while we were there were some geraniums. And in particular, we have the Maverick Scarlet geraniums. And I'm really excited about this. I did a little bit of research, and supposedly they are not a big pollinator attractor, which is, of course, what I was looking for because it is by the front door and I don't want bees near the front door. And also, again, the plant does well in park shade. So I do hope that my research proves to be true and I don't have to worry about bees flying around the front door. Let's get this cleaned up and get everything planted. Last year, I had a daisy plant planted in the planter box, and of course, that's a perennial. And so I plan on moving that out and putting it somewhere else. I'm not particularly sure where just yet, but it will have to come out. And I also have an Olla in that planter, and that Olla is going to remain there because the planter will not be connected to a drip system. And so that'll be the best ways for me to ensure that the plants remain watered throughout the summer. The planter box has a trellis attached to it, and on that trellis, I have a couple of hanging pots. Now, last year I had morning glory growing out of those hanging pots, but the planter was set off far from the house. I don't want morning glory seeds dropping near my foundation, so we're not going to plant morning glory there. What I plan on putting there are caladium bulbs that I bought from Aldi a couple of weeks ago, and I really think that that would be a pretty addition to that trellis. Tomorrow I am going to pot up my window boxes, and I have some Snapdragon seedlings that I started that are ready to go in there, and then I have some more bulbs that I want to plant in there as well. Good morning. It is day 2 of my weekend gardening, and I am up a little bit earlier today because I want to get this project done before I leave for church. And what I'm going to be doing is making oils for the window boxes that I plan on putting the Snapdragon seedlings in. And to do that, I am using clay pots that I picked up from Dollar Tree. Now, I've done this in the past, used these particular clay pots and this moldable glue to create the oils by, I have a pot that's already open, by plugging in the bottom opening drainage hole for each clay pot. But the thing about this is that they recommend that you allow this product to sit for at least 12 hours before actually using the pot, for example, so that it can fully set. So I want to go ahead and get this done this morning, and that way I could come home this evening and get my seedlings transplanted into the pot, and they'll be ready to be put out tomorrow morning. So let me show you how to do this. It's really simple. And then I'm going to go in and plug in a little on the inside as well. Just continue to spread it. And again, you have to let it sit for at least 12 hours. And so I'm just going to do this for, I think I have to do it for 3 sets, 3 packs. The only thing that I forgot is to buy my clay saucers for this. They do not have them. Usually they don't have them at Dollar Tree. And so what I'm going to do after church is go to Lowe's and get the clay saucers that are the correct size. And then I use that to cover up the top and to keep any debris from falling out. And I usually put a few rocks on top of those saucers, and that holds them in place. So what I have done is I went on ahead and got my soil into my 2 window boxes, and I placed them in the wagon before doing that so that I can just easily roll it out in the morning. I also grabbed my bag of super phosphate, and I have my bulbs laid out, and I grabbed some skewer sticks. I use these to mark each spot where I plant the bulb so that there isn't any confusion when I go in to succession plant any other bulbs. So the Snapdragon seeds recommended spacing is 10 to 12 inches. And then the Glad's recommended spacing is 4 to 6 inches. So I'm going to do all my spacing based off of those recommendations. I put the really small ones right here. If they grow, great. If they don't, that's okay too. And then I have these two spaced 12 inches apart. And so what I'm going to do is go in and add the bulbs right here, and right here. And the same for that one here, here, and here. I hope that you found the Olla tutorial helpful, and I have a couple of more weekend garden projects planned out, so there will be some new episodes uploading soon. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and select to be notified when the next video uploads. Thanks again for watching.